Welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we are taking on cholesterol, and we're totally flipping the script on this stuff. For decades, it's been painted as the ultimate dietary villain, but by the end of our time together, we're going to transform how you view this molecule. We're shifting it from a dreaded lab result into what it actually is, a highly misunderstood, absolutely essential survival molecule.
All right, here's our roadmap for today. The essential survival molecule. The good, bad, and ugly. What causes the imbalance? The metabolism golden rule, and your daily action plan. Let's get right into it.
So, is cholesterol really the enemy? I mean, we usually hear that word and immediately brace for a lecture at the doctor's office, right? But ask yourself, is it actually the bad guy or just wildly misunderstood? The science is pretty clear that it's the latter.
Okay, let's clear things up. Cholesterol is a lipid, a fat-like substance hanging out in your blood. And here's the absolute kicker. It's vital. It's not a poison. Without it, you literally wouldn't survive.
Seriously, your body needs this stuff for almost everything. It builds the structural membrane of every single cell you have. It fuels heavy-hitter hormones like testosterone and estrogen, makes vitamin D, and get this, it even helps produce the bile acids that digest your food.
Part 1. The essential survival molecule. Where does it come from? Okay, so we know we need it, but how is it actually getting into the bloodstream?
Now, you'd probably think that bacon and egg breakfast is entirely to blame, right? Well, actually, we have to look at two distinct sources. We've got the stuff from your diet, red meat, butter, processed foods, and then we have the cholesterol your own body makes, synthesized right inside your liver from fats and carbs.
And here is a totally mind-bending stat. Ready? 70 to 80%. Your liver produces 70 to 80% of your cholesterol internally. Basically, it's an inside job. Your body's own production usually impacts your levels way more than whatever is on your plate.
Moving on to part 2. The good, bad, and ugly. Meet the transporters.
Since cholesterol is basically fat, it can't just swim freely through your watery blood. It needs a ride. Enter the lipoprotein alphabet soup. We've got LDL, usually dubbed the bad cholesterol because excess amounts drop plaque in your arteries, driving up heart disease and stroke risks. Then there's HDL, the good guy, acting like a little garbage truck hauling cholesterol back to the liver to clean out those arteries. We also have triglycerides. These just store extra calories and are super linked to belly fat and diabetes. And finally, VLDL, which carries those triglycerides around and also forms plaque.
But hold on, it is super important to realize that not all LDL is created equal. Particle quality is a huge deal. Think of it like this. The smaller and denser those LDL particles are, the more dangerously they behave. Because they're so small, they can slip right into your artery walls and cause some serious blockages.
So what does a healthy balance actually look like? Well, as a general rule of thumb, you want your LDL under 100 milligrams per deciliter, and lower is usually better. You want that protective HDL high, above 40 for men, 50 for women. And those calorie-packing triglycerides, try to keep those below 150.
Part 3. What causes the imbalance? If cholesterol is such a great survival molecule, why does it go off the rails? Well, it's a rapid-fire list of modern lifestyle traps. And no, it's not just about eating greasy food. We're talking lack of movement, excess belly fat, smoking, too much booze, and sure, some genetic factors. But we also have these insidious, hidden triggers, like insulin resistance, terrible sleep, and chronic stress just totally throwing your hormones out of whack.
Okay, prepare to have your mind blown for a second. You know what disrupts your cholesterol balance even more than eating natural fats? Excess sugar and refined carbs. Yeah, you heard that right. Sugar literally spikes your triglycerides and ruins your balance way faster than a piece of cheese. Sugar is an absolute master villain in this lipid story.
Which brings us to part 4, the metabolism golden rule.
This is the massive systemic shift in how we need to view heart health today. It is all about metabolism. Picture your liver as the ultimate air traffic controller. It dictates exactly how much cholesterol gets made and how much gets cleared out. When your overall metabolism is humming along and energy is being used efficiently, this control center is flawless. Everything stays perfectly balanced in the background.
But watch what happens when things go wrong. If you develop insulin resistance, thanks to all that sugar and sitting at a desk all day, a really dangerous domino effect starts. First, boom, your triglycerides shoot up. Next, your protective HDL plummets. And finally, your LDL turns into those smaller, denser, highly toxic particles we talked about earlier.
So if you take nothing else away from this explainer, you absolutely must remember this golden rule. A healthy metabolism leads directly to balanced cholesterol. It is quite literally a system-wide mirror reflecting how well your body handles energy.
Part 5. Your daily action plan.
All right, now we know the mechanics, let's talk about how you can actually optimize your metabolic engine starting right now. First up, diet quality. You want to load up on high-fiber foods, oats, fruits, veggies, because they literally act like a broom, sweeping excess cholesterol right out of your system. You also want to bring in healthy fats from nuts, seeds, and olive oil. And obviously, steer completely clear of processed trans fats and that excess sugar.
But hey, you can't just eat your way out of this. Movement is absolutely huge. Just a simple daily walk works wonders. It powerfully bumps up that good HDL and slashes those risky triglycerides. And if you focus on reducing belly fat, maybe add in some strength training, you're going to improve your hormone regulation and snap all those lipid levels right back into alignment.
So here's the playbook. It is incredibly straightforward. Get out and walk 30 to 45 minutes a day. Sneak some fiber into every single meal. Ditch the sugar and refined carbs. Snack on some nuts and seeds. Keep your body weight in a healthy range. And please, get at least 7 hours of sleep. Managing your numbers isn't just about dodging burgers. It's about sleep, movement, and fiber.
As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a question to really chew on. Knowing what you now know about the liver, insulin resistance, and that metabolic golden rule, are you going to keep obsessing over one isolated lab number? Or are you going to start optimizing your body's entire metabolic engine? The power is totally in your daily habits. Thanks for hanging out and learning with me today, and keep asking the right questions about your health.